G'day YouTube, Musical Aviator here. Looking at the situation in the USA at the moment. It's Friday night operations and apparently El Paso and Tucson are the main event. We also have Phoenix and Albuquerque and Denver, Los Angeles and DFW. I'm quite keen to fly out of Denver down to El Paso in the ERJ145, and we happen to have a perfect flight for this, water ski, which is a Trans-States ERJ in the United Express colours. So I'll be flying this one Denver to El Paso, 1 hour and 35 minutes. So we'll do the flight plan. I've already started the flight plan in PFPX. So we have LOF 4511. That's our call sign, 4511. Going from Denver to El Paso. It's a ERJ145 and 48 adults, 1 child, baby, bit of bags there, 20 minutes contingency time, and filed as per the real world one. So compute the flight and release that. See the summary there. Going to bring up the configuration tool, set up the load manager. We have 49 passengers and a baby. Cargo should be, what the result was? It's in here. Basically 2,000. Just make sure in pounds we are indeed. So pretty full flight today. We'll send that along. Compute the flight and release it. There we go, and we'll send that to Vatsim. Okay, E145L, we don't need any directs at all. Apparently the real flight is at flight level 320, so I'll just redo that again. And cap us at 320. There'll be a little more fuel. Send this new one to Vatsim. 32, that's fine. I'm not going to put any steps in. Get rid of directs because we're in USA. We can also get rid of the EET because it's a fully domestic flight in the US. RTF water ski. Don't need Navia. The rest of that should be fine. Let's see what's happening with my camera here. Feels like it's a little bit too far off, or maybe my seat position is off. There we go. Cool. So I'll send that flight plan through. That has been received. And obviously we did use the configuration tool. So I've started off as the default Cessna. Jump in and select the aircraft. Well, Flight Sim does its
Hello, Captain.
Cool. So there we are. Now for some reason I can't get the standard 145 working in Flight Sim. It just gives me a blank cockpit. So we're using the X. Good old XR. Going to replace my seating arrangement correctly. That looks about right. Cool. Parking brake is set. The rest of that looks fine for all engines in cold and dark. And we do need to grab FS in. Once again, we're just checking out our fuel. Release is 7042. Call it 7050. And that much in each tank. Three, 5. And just a little bit in the middle. There we go. Cool, so we can log in. Just need to make sure our call sign matches what we've filed. 4511. Flight plans in. Let's just see where we are. Alright. Cool. Let's jump in and get some batteries going.
Oh, okay.
Good, and we have ground power available, so I might as well use it. And avionics are on. Let's grab a checklist. Okay, receiving. Parking brake is set, hydraulic pumps are off, batteries are on. Avionics are on, fuel pumps are off. I'll leave them off until we need the APU. Ice protection is all black. Windshields are off for the moment. Start-stop selectors are in the stop position and covered. Cabin signs. Seatbelt sign is off, no smoking is on. APU is off until we need it. Autopilot, FGS.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Is working fine. Control panel is set. And we'll do the FMS soon. Fuel quantity has already been set for 5, what was it? 3, 5, 25 in each. Pitch trim is set in the green. Standby attitude, uncaged, and altimeters. We'll do that with when we get the ATIS, which is on 125.6.
Temperature 2.6. Altimeter 2984. Visual and ILS approach is in use. Area navigation Zulu approach is available on request. Landing runways 35 left, departing runways 34 right. Please take all hold short instructions notices to airmen. ASTEX surveillance system not simulated. Squad stands by on the ramps and taxiways. Aircraft must lead back assigned heading or first waypoint with takeoff clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information call. Denver International Airport ATIS information call. 0003 Zulu Special. 1302 at 16. Visibility 10. 1000 scattered. Ceiling 14,000 broken. 22,000 broken. Temperature 2.6. Altimeter 2984. Visual and ILS approach is in use. Area navigation Zulu approach is available on request. Landing runways 35 left, departing runways 34 right. Please take all hold short instructions notices to airmen. ASTEX surveillance system not simulated. Squad stands by on the ramps and
Cool, so it's a standby airport and 2984. 2984 is set. Expecting runway 34 right. Let's bring up some charts. And the flight plan. Three, 4 right. Yeah, well, not too bad. We just taxi out 5 Bravo Sierra straight up to 3, 4 right. It's easy. Alright, let's set up the CDU. GPS 1 position loaded. KDN to Kelp. El Paso. Flight plan is ZAPAA, Zappa. Direct to ALS. And to Slink. And Kelp. And LRU. Just squeeze on the PFX for the flight plan there. ELP direct router. Initialization. So that's a correct aircraft type. Wanting to climb a little bit quicker than that, we'll make it 280 and 0.61. Cruise at 310, that looks about right. Mac might go a little bit higher. Let's do 300 and 0.77. Reserve fuel. Once again, off PFPX. If our reserve is 1454. That's at the alternate. Optimum, that'll be 320. I'll say deviation is a plus. Just do some math in my head. It's plus 8. There we go. And the cruise winds. Take that one there. 219. Gets heavier as we go down south. Call it that one. 80. 219 and 80. Okay, next page, we're looking for passengers, and we have 49. Cargo, that was 2,000. Fuel 7050. And we'll confirm that. Departure, and we might as well get our clearance. One to 1.85. Denver ground, water ski 4511, requesting clearance to El Paso.
Transstate 4511, Denver ground. Roger, standby. Transstate 4511, disregard, standby. Transstate 4511, you are cleared to Paso Airport via AS-3 departures, Napa transitioned and as filed. Climb via SID, but expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 120.35, squawk 0615.
Clear to El Paso as filed, and squawk code 0615, departure 120.35. We'll ski 4511.
Transstate 4511, read back correct. You can expect runway 34 right for departure, and advise you've got the current weather.
Yeah, we have 34 right, and we have information Gulf, we'll ski 4511.
Transstate 4511, current information is hotel. You might want to recheck that ADIS.
That's fine, we'll give it a check before we taxi. We'll ski 4511. Okay, go back to the ATIS on 1256. Be 3-4 right. And as filed, SPAS 3. I believe it's Zappa. There we are. Cool. Let's just review all of that. So we have a takeoff from the runway 23, that's again, 34 right. 355 up to Breckham. And we have Breckham there. After Breckham it's Nimbus and Lennon. Climb across Lennon at above 10,000 and below 280 knots. That should be fine. Up to Tickler and to Syros, Ceci, Spaz, and then to Frankie first, and then Zappa. Climb across Frankie at or above flight level 230. Let's have a look at our weights for departure. We're using flap 9. PFPX tells us our takeoff weight. Once we get to the right page, there it is. Takeoff weight will be 43.6 up here. It's closer to 440, so we have to use those. The 440 is 227. Yeah, and 127. 127 on the rotate. And 137 on the V2. Target speed 140 on the approach.
Transtate's 4511, Denver ground.
4511, go ahead.
4511, we looks like we're having a problem with the ATIS, and I was going to see if you could take runway 25 instead of 34 right if it's not too late.
25. Let's see where that is. Translates 4511, not a problem. 25.
Thank you very much.
Back to nav and departure. Runway 25. Spaz 3, Zappa. Breckham, Nimbus, Lennon, Tickler, Spaz, Zappa, and ALS. There we are. There's a disco. All the waypoints are the same. Cool. That's easy enough. Okay, we're looking at that checklist. 440 at 140, that's set. And 169 in the other one. $169 set. Cool, cabin signs can go on. Passengers are on board, I'm assuming. So we'll turn on fuel pumps. And also get the APU running. Beacon go on. APU rolling. Speeds are set. Just checking the MFD for maintenance. Fuel. Fuel looks fine. Hydraulics. Brake temperatures are good. And GPU. APU is delivering voltage. We can drop the GPU. First we'll override the load shedding. GPU goes off. Okay, squawk code was 0615. And it's standby for the taxi. Let's have a look at where we want to go. It's runway 25 now. We're here in, probably back off onto Bravo Sierra. Taxi Bravo Sierra and then down Golf all the way to the end. There's a few items, going to go into the FMS mode. There we go. Door is closing. Let's do an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking from the flight deck. My name is Trent Hopkinson, and joining me on the flight also is First Officer YouTube. We'll be taking you to El Paso today on a flight of about 1 hour and 45 minutes. We're just about to push back the airplane and get ourselves busy. Hope you enjoy the flight, and thank you for flying with United Express. So it's a United Express ticket. People on board think that they're flying with United Express. The company name is what the ATC's been calling us, which translates, and the actual call sign is meant to be water ski. That's not confusing in the slightest, is it? No. Let's get moving. Checklist. Full pushback, cabin signs are on, rotating beacon is on, GPU is disconnected, doors windows are closed, fuel quantity has been set, nose wheel steering is disengaged, and we can start the push. Didn't give us a choice to turn left or right, so I guess it's going straight back or whichever direction it's been programmed to go, which could be unpredictable. Go for that. We're also ready to tell us when we can go. Got to listen to that ADAS one more time before we start the engines. Parking brake released. Hydraulic pumps are on. Window heats are on. APU bleed can go on. These are funky. Usually the lights off mean that the system is on, except for the APU bleed. For that one, the light has to be on for the system to be on. We'll start the engines first and then we'll set up the D-rate. And let's grab that as
4. Visibility 10. 1000 scattered. Ceiling 4000 broken. 2000 broken. Temperature 21. 2.6. Altimeter 2983. ILS approach is in use. Area navigation Zulu approach is available on request. Landing runway 35 left. Departing runways 8, 25, 34 right. Please make all hold short instructions notices to airmen. HDDs surveillance system not simulated. Squad standby on the lands and taxiways. Aircraft must leave make assigned heading on.
Obviously the
No contact.
QNH
You have
James.
information hotel.
This hotel. Parking brake set. Okay, just reviewing that departure. We didn't put the top altitude in. He did his flight level 230. Anyhow, we can start the engines. Bleeds are ready. Go open the cross valve and start engine number 2. ITT rising. Copy, no takeoff data. We'll set that once we have the second engine going. Engine number 1 set to start. Ground equipment's clear. ITT rising. That does go a bit too quick, but anyway. Pop this out and we'll do these things. Closing that first. Takeoff data store, takeoff mode 1, takeoff reference should be the temperature, it's 21. And there we go. Denver ground, water ski 4511 is ready for taxi, information hotel.
Waterski 4511, runway 25, taxi by Bravo November, Golf.
Oh, Bravo November and then Golf, Waterski 4511, 4511, I should say that. There we go. Checklist. After start, hydraulic pumps are on and generators are checked. APU will stay on for the moment. We are high altitude at Denver, so we'll need APU running. Cross valves closed to run the packs. Otherwise I'd have to do a packless takeoff. Taxi light is on. Logo light is on. And we're ready to go. Good. Gas lock is off. Using the steering tiller to steer. There's only one on the left hand side of the aeroplane, so first officer doesn't actually have one. Can't taxi this aircraft from the right hand seat. Okay, well, we start moving, we'll need flap 9. Select flap 9. Flap 9 is set. Now, we don't have any weather related issues, so there won't be any icing. It's nice and warm, 21 degrees Celsius. So we don't need to do an icing check on the ground. Just do a quick one, passing through about 10,000 feet. How to get over there? Ah, there it is. Cool. Gonna cut through there or not? A little bit of thunderstorm activity down to the south of the airfield, north of the airfield. Am I going the right way? Not quite sure. Gonna go ahead and call that a big fat nope, and then see you going the way that we were going before. Okay, now that I know that we're going the right way, roughly, we'll press the takeoff config button.
Takeoff. Okay.
Takeoff config is okay. Flight director is on, and we can set the TO mode. Draw the next checklist. Flight controls. All good, free and clear. Trims are set for takeoff. Flaps set 9 degrees. Speed brake is closed. Flight director is in TO mode. Instruments and MFD pages have been checked. Takeoff data and speeds have been set. Crossfeed is closed. Just review the takeoff briefing. Okay, we've got a 12,000 feet long runway, which is plenty of space. We are up at, 5,500 feet above sea level. We'll be taking off with the APU running and bleeds on the APU. Air bleeds from the engines will be off. No derate, just assume temperature of the current temperature. Safety speed is 80 knots. After 80 knots we are only going to stop for major failures or fires. Up to the V1 speed. After V1 we can move for takeoff. The rotation is the V1. If we do have any issues at V1, we will continue. Establish a positive rate, get the gear up if we can, and maintain the V2 speed. After that we'll be making a Probably circling approach to one of the runway 34s or 25. There's a little bit of storm activity down in that direction that we can see, so we will probably want to turn left. The sky a little bit clearer. Assuming everything goes correctly, we'll be using VNAV and LNAV on the climb. That's VNAV and FLC. Right, that's most of that stuff done. Let's brief the flight attendant. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Exterior lights are all on, apart from the strobes which we enter the runway with. Fuel is balanced. Close enough, about 10 kilograms off. Brake temperatures are in the green. ECAS is checked and config has been checked. There's Gulf. Which way do you want to go? Should be a left-hand turn. Just double check that. It is indeed left. Now, first airborne frequency is 120.35. And we might use radio 2. Yeah, maybe not. Your damper is off for takeoff. Transponder on. Endeavour water ski 4511 approaching runway 25.
Water ski 4511, you can contact departure holding short 25. Have a nice flight.
Departure 120.35, water ski 4511. Jump. 12035 is set. Denver departure, water ski 4511 is approaching runway 25, fully ready.
Water ski 4511, Denver departure, wind 3604, runway 5 clear for takeoff.
1025, clear for takeoff, water ski 4511. Clear for takeoff. Takeoff checklist has been completed. Takeoff config is okay, flight attendants are seated. All lights can go on. APU is on for the takeoff. Been clear for takeoff. Takeoff check has been completed. Let's roll. Takeoff thrust set. Airspeed lock.
Checked.
Check.
Speed alive. $80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive brake.
Gear up.
Gear up.
With the radar on. Go nav and flight level change.
Water ski 4511, say altitude passage.
Water ski 4511 is out of 6,900.
Water ski 4511, radar contact, climb and maintain level 230.
Flight level 230, water ski 4511. Flaps up. This emergency light wasn't armed. Gear up, flaps up. Let's try and find that pitch. There she is. Okay, autopilot in. I can reduce the climb thrusts.
Water ski 4511, I'm logging off at this time. Early handoff, contact center, 135.7, good night.
Over the centre, 135.6, water ski 4511. Okay, let's get this sorted out. We need the bleed set and APU can go off. Denver Centre, water ski 4511 is out of 11,500 for level 230.
Water ski 4511, Denver Center, good evening. Climb maintain flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, water ski 4511. Flight level 320 is set. Okay, up here we just want to do a check of the anti-ice. Anti-ice is fine on the engines, and the selectors 1 and selectors 2.
Canada 786, radar contact lost.
Okay then, TCAS and weather. With the radar on the primary, we can now use the up and down arrow to change our
Denver 7, good
What's it?
evening, Delta 613 with you, flight level 350, just south of Price again.
with the radar scanning 2 degrees high.
Delta
APU can go off.
14461.
APU closed. Fuel shut off valve. The APU has 2 systems. You press the stop button to stop the APU and then you shut
Denver Center,
the fuel.
TDM 50 Hotel is with you, leaving 13 down.
Load shedding can go to automatic. And we're above, what's flight 15, isn't it?
TDM 125 Sierra Hotel, Denver Center, cover your contact.
Yep, above 15. Landing lights are off.
13,300. Time maintaining flight level 340 and right turn
Takeoff checks.
on course is route.
Landing gear is
Turn
up.
on course and up to flight level 240.
Flaps are up. Thrust rating is climb. APU is turned off. Landing lights are off.
323 radar contact 52 miles southwest, the southeast of Bryce Canyon, VOR.
That's the only problem with photoreal scenery is you get the edge where it stops. Very distinctive corner. Past here, lies, auto jam. Land class. What an airport that is. That's pretty nice.
Transition altitude.
Transition 18. Standard set.
Cross-checked.
Standard set.
I'm 46, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 17 miles, flight level 380, low 777, going right to left, right United 644, traffic at your 11 o'clock, 15 miles, low 737, at flight level 390, left to right.
Speed set for 280 knots. We'll just let the aircraft stay at that kind of airspeed. We want speed here, not height. See that climb rate disappear down to 500 feet a minute. Okay, we're at 280 knots. Speed coming, that vertical speed coming up to over 1,000.
Hold on 46, you can send by Teller 2 arrival. Federal Center 293.
Send me a tailor to arrival for Delta 46.
Denver Center, TBM 50, request flight level 260.
TBM 50, Hotel Sun, maintain level 260.
260, thanks, 50 Hotel.
A little bit of traffic on the way down here, especially between Tucson and El Paso. Monterey's open as well. Houston's not open. I was hoping to get to Houston to El Paso. That's another route from Trans-States Airlines in the 145. Never mind. We've got Denver. They're open just long enough for us to get out of there.
United 829, contact Albuquerque Center 137.85 p.m.
I think I'll move over to the max speed, 0.66. That'll climb a bit better now that we're maintaining a Mach number. Indicated airspeed will bleed away a little bit. That's okay. A little bit of cloud cover there. Seatbelt signs can go off. As we, yeah, we're out of turn now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. I've turned off the seatbelt sign at this time as we are climbing through 25,000 feet on our way up to 32,000 feet. And currently travelling at a speed of Mach 0.66. We'll be increasing that over the next couple of minutes to our final cruising speed of about 78% the speed of sound, which is roughly equivalent to 500 miles an hour. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the flight so far. It looks like a relatively smooth ride most of the way there. We'll get a little bit more information about arrival into El Paso and the weather right there. That said, we do have some information that there's a little bit of a dust storm coming through the area, and the wind is up to about 30 miles an hour, so it's a little bit windy down in El Paso at the moment, a little bit dusty as well, but we'll get some more info as we get a bit closer. Until then, hope you enjoy your ride with United Express. Thank you. Just looking at the METAR there for El Paso. The wind is 260 at 20 knots, gusting 28 knots. Dust. Visibility is 3 statute miles with a cloud base of 100 feet. 32 degrees Celsius. And DU, which is dust. There's the dust storm happening down there in the massive wind. Massive dry hot wind in El Paso. A little bit of chop there. Does like moving around in the chop. It's a small aeroplane. That said, it is a jet. It'd be a nice job having to fly one of these. Maybe not that nice, because you know, you don't get paid as much. There's our control. Very sharp looking nose, isn't it? I do wonder what the fuel use of these is compared to a Dash 8, since they carry about the same amount of passengers. 1,000 feet to go. And the weather radar tilt can go down. -2. There's our top of climb. Select Mach 0.78. Now, one thing you do have to realise is we don't have an automatic throttle at all. So, the aircraft won't actually maintain 0.78 at all. That's just a reference speed for me. There's two ways to change your thrust. One is obviously with your throttles. You can pull them back and they go slower. And there's also the thrust rating, so you can press CRZ for a cruise thrust rating, and that should keep you roughly in the groove for the fastest possible cruise. That said, if you get a bit of a wind shift or some turbulence, it can easily throw you into an overspeed. So you really need to actually sit there and adjust the throttles in real time. Once again, this aeroplane in real life does not have an automatic throttle. In other words, it's not as sophisticated as your car, which has a cruise control. This aeroplane does not have cruise control. And we came up on the speed that I'm looking for, Mach 0.75 already, so let's drop it into cruise speed. I sometimes find that my throttles just push it over.
The 223 contact Albuquerque Central, 127.85 p.m.
27.85, Delta 23, good night.
It's about 100 pounds. That's because of the APU used for the takeoff. Considering just chucking that in. Crossfade. Cool. We'll even out the tanks, see if we can just keep it there for a little while. Need to keep an eye on that speed as well. Oh, it's settling down pretty well. You can see that speed creeping up a little bit. Might just reduce the throttle.
115, San Francisco, you're trying to transmit a voice, but nothing's coming through. Can you hear me?
Tanks are even. Let's shut off that crossfeed.
Delta 116, San Francisco, roger. Squawk 1440.
Still wanting to pull back a little bit on the power. That's me actually adjusting the throttles with my right hand. And I'll try to even them out a little as well. As close as I get it.
9870, contact Albuquerque Center, 127.8 feet. Delta 116, radio contact 54 miles southeast of West Virginia VOR, welcome aboard.
Like 779. Somewhere in that range.
Denver Center, Delta 46 West.
Just increase number one a little.
Yeah, so good with the Keller and then RLS 35 left.
Yeah, there's a bit of a wind shift. Might drastically reduce it quite a bit. Yep, we do.
You do expect the Keller and then transition to Pilot 35 left. And the number also is 283.
Total transition for 35 left for Delta 46, thank you.
Good, at 644, you will leave my airspace to the west. Salt Lake City Center is now online. Radar service is terminated. Please change the crew. Have a good night.
Just touching a bit of the turbulence in those clouds. I wonder if it's worth going up to flight level 340. We can only go up to 3.6, that's our ceiling. Technically 3.7, but that'd be in the wrong direction. That's the other issue, is the weather radar can only go to 150 mile range. Alamosa is where we're nearly at. Cruise check, thrust rating is set, cabin signs are off.
Up 46 after tailor, cleared ILS runway 35 with approach.
Cleared ILS 35 left approach for... Cleared ILS 35 left approach for Delta 486.
Getting phone call. Just been back.
Delta 46, wind 290 at 8, runway 35 left, stage land.
Five left, clear land for Delta 486. Thank you, sir.
Water speed 4511, contact Albuquerque Center 137.85, yes.
Okay, so that's over to Albuquerque on 127.86, well, ski 45 left. Albuquerque Center, water ski 4511 is flight level 320.
Those aircraft calling Albuquerque, you were blocked. Say again?
Water ski 4511, flight level 320.
Water ski 4511 Albuquerque Center, good evening.
Cool. So with Albuquerque, that's our last center. I think the next one will be either another Albuquerque
Southwest 1782.
or El Paso.
Via the Eagle 6 Farnham arrival, runway 26 transition, the Phoenix altimeter 2 and enter 78.
And by the Eagle 6, 26. Is there any way of getting 25 left Southwest 1782?
1782, I'll put that on request.
Thanks.
So landing will either be 22 or 26 left, so that's fine. So one to Wicker, down there, 210 on 9,000. So we can actually enter that in, West Coast 1 arrival. Go to navigation, go to arrival, and star.
Southwest 1782 Center.
Southwest 1782.
West Coast 1.
Southwest 1782, descending Eagle 6 Farnham arrival, runway 25 left transition, the
From
Phoenix
Slink.
altimeter 2 and enter 78.
278 and descend by the Eagle 6, 25 left. I appreciate it. Southwest 1782.
There we have it. ALS to Slink, and to Boaty. Slicky B, at or above 9, level 190.
Albuquerque Center, good evening. American 2496, flight level 340.
Then a Wesco, which is meant to be above 11.
Albuquerque Center, welcome back.
Above 11. It's Wesco itself, and then probably need to select the runway for the rest of that. Jezbu at or above 10.
2313, level 350,
Southwest 2313 Albuquerque Center, good evening.
interesting. JEBSU. JEBSU.
Delta 115 Albuquerque Center, good evening. Amend altitude, maintain flight level 330. Delta 115 negative, I do not have you on voice.
So JEBSU has to be at or above 10. And Wicker at or above, no, Wicker at 9,000 exactly. /9,000.
Albuquerque Center, Southwest 1005. We're back. Southwest 1005 Albuquerque Center, welcome back. Josh, what was your filed altitude? I accidentally deleted it. You're fired, 320, and I think it was the Tyson 3 Drake transition. 1005, roger. Clear direct Drake and maintain flight level 320. Clear direct Drake will maintain flight level 320, Southwest 1005. Next time you do that, you're fired. I selected the wrong freaking aircraft. Give me a break. Yeah, I know, stuff happens. Keep it up and I'll take back the shortcut. Where's Vatsim 5 when you need him?
So we're all through our stuff here. And then I'll just drop the weather
what
radar.
I'm talking about.
MFD, JSDK,
Everyone
joystick.
on frequency does.
And we'll press skip and that moves our map up ahead to the next waypoint. You can see Slink in the top of the descent.
JetBlue 65, descent path discretion, cross.
Skip again.
Fryo at maintain 5,250 knots. The
Skip again.
altimeter 2983.
Selkaby, Waisco and Jesbu. And a wiki right there. Okay, back it up all the way to where you are.
Delta 9870 heavy, contact Albuquerque Center 128.2, see ya. Delta 223 contact Albuquerque Center 28.2, see ya.
3.2, Delta 2, yeah.
See if we have an ATIS down here. ATIS 1200. Got a radio 2. Pressing 1 and 2 down here, you'll see everything goes purple. Select 1200 and then open that blue line there.
Line, direction of travel. Advise the controller on initial contact unit information, Charlie.
Charlie.
El Paso information, Charlie, 0051 Zulu. Wind 260 at 21, gusting 28. Visibility 3 statute miles. Dust reported in the area. Sky conditions scattered 1,000. Temperature 32, dew point -14, altimeter 2975. Landing runway 26, departing runway 22. Visual approaches are in use. Read back all instructions is mandatory. All VFR aircraft advise direction of travel. Advise the controller on it.
Cool. And we'll switch over back to the main radio. So, runway 26 with all the dust and the wind.
Canadair 626 Delta Lima, Albuquerque Center. Good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 380. Clear at Peach Springs.
You have RNAV 26, RMP Zulu 26 from the other runway. There's 226s. 26 left is our landing runway.
Canadair 6 Delta Lima, did you copy direct Peach Springs?
So 26. Alright, so 2 twos in, one with an RLS. Everything else is RNAV, pretty much. Localize the DMEs. Is this 26F VOR, but I doubt we'll get that. That looks relatively okay. Let's see what we have in the box.
Southwest 2313 contact, Albuquerque Center 126.45, good night.
Roger. 12645, Southwest 2313, good night.
Gonna drop a bit of speed there. Just tapping the overspeed otherwise.
Southwest 1005, descend and maintain flight level 300. Well, descend and maintain flight level 300, Southwest 05.
Okay, so we have the DME approach and we have the RNAV.
5700, leaving my airspace to the northeast. KC Center did not come out to play this evening. Radar service was terminated. Frequency change to advise your group. See you later.
Off to the intercom we go. Have yourself good. Merry 671.
That'll be the DME one. Doubt we're getting that. I hope we're getting one of these. Wicca, look at that. That's the Zulu. The transition from Wicca. That one looks quite likely. That's what I'll go for.
United 1929, descend via the Eagle 6 RNAV arrival, runway 26, transition the Phoenix altimeter 2978.
I might as well add all the details of that as well. So I have an El Paso VOR 115.2. That's set. Need an inbound course of 261 on that one.
United 1929, standby.
261 on the course has been set. Go back to FMS. All never engaged. And then Newman is useful, 112.4. 2.4 has been set on radio 2.
United 1929, runway 25 left, unable, descend to the arrival runway 26.
It's 124 radio on that one.
Southwest 1005, contact delay center 125.8, see you later. 125.8, we're still on the turnaround to El Paso.
That is set.
American 6700 Albuquerque Center, are you still on the frequency?
G'day, but we'll expect the runway out of Zulu. That makes the most sense. Let's pop that in and see what happens. 26 left, Zulu. From Wicca. Activate. So from Wicca, Caspian, Jethog, Howard. Should be a curve in that one. From Howard direct. See what that looks like. That's right, I have to drop the weather radar first. MFD joystick. Use that knob to zoom in. Skip that through. Slink, Boaty, Seekby, Wesco, Jesboo, Wicca, Caspian, Jethog. That should be go.
Albuquerque Center, citation 5043 Echo, checking in flight level 200, looking high hour. Citation 504 Echo, Albuquerque Center, good evening, come on, maintain flight level 260. Okay, flight level 260 now, 5043 Echo, thanks. Citation 43 Echo, I have amendment to routing advisory to copy. Go for 43 Echo. Citation 43 Echo clears to the Tucson Airport. Your present position is direct truth or consequences, it's direct Simon, then it's filed.
Truth or consequences.
Okay, citation 43 Echo copies were cleared to Tucson via direct to truth and consequences, direct Simon, and then it's filed for 43 Echo. 43 Echo, read back correct, clear direct, truth and consequences. Roger that, clear direct, truth and consequences, 43 Echo, thanks.
Meanwhile, in the passenger cabin, so I'm exactly the largest cabin on Earth. I find that I can't stand up properly in these aircraft. I do need to bend down so as to avoid slamming my head into the roof. Fuel. Speaking of that,
115, contact Albuquerque Center 128.20, see ya.
we're looking for landing
Delta
speed, landing
115,
weights.
contact Albuquerque
1395.
Center 128.2, see ya.
Using flaps 45, 39,
Aircraft calling Albuquerque 0 by 0.
speeds. So 159, that's our VFS. .124 is the VREF. .151 is the go around speed. Flap 9. Now normally the approach speed will be 134. We're going to add 5 knots to that. We can actually, let's double check what the gust is. That's off the weather. 21 to 28. Call it an 8 knot gust, so 4. Which makes it 138 technically. I'll make it 139 anyway. So flap 45 and approach speed 139 of the VREF 124.
Albuquerque Center, good evening, Skywest 5311, flight level 200.
Skywest 5311, Albuquerque Center, good evening, climb and maintain flight level 310.
I maintain flight level 310, Skywest 5311.
Skywest 5311, expedite your climb through flight level 240.
Expedite through flight level 240, Skywest 5311.
So progress, we'll be landing with 2.8 tons of fuel, which is plenty.
Southwest 1782, contact Phoenix Approach 128.65, see ya.
28.65, Southwest 1782.
Let's look at that, because they're not going to be 200. Off the RNAV, it's 400. $400 plus a half. If it was a VOR, it would be even worse. 600. Let's call it 600, make it the worst minimums. We can reduce them if we get the RNAV. RA is set, using that knob right there.
Roger, 55, how do you read?
Aircraft calling Albuquerque, your call sign is unreadable. Say
Okay, let's just review our ABCs. We have IATIS, information Charlie.
55, and it's climbing out of 15,000 for flight level 210.
Briefing has been completed.
55 Albuquerque Center, good afternoon.
We have built the approach and the bunks are set.
Albuquerque Center, good.
Just running our checklist.
Please maintain 227 with you at 10,900 climbing to file 200.
2271 Albuquerque Center, good afternoon. Traffic at your 11 o'clock, 5 miles, type unknown, altitude unknown, northbound, crossing left to right, report him in sight.
T2271, traffic is in sight about 4 miles from our 11 o'clock. At 7,000 feet.
Okay, 2271, roger, thank you very much. Maintain visual separation from that traffic. Doesn't sound like he's going to be a factor, but you never know. How about maintain flight level 360?
Up to 360, be aware, maintain visual separation with the unknown traffic. T2271.
Okay, some factors on the approach. We do have the Biggs Army Airfield, which is just off to the right hand side of runway 22. It can occasionally appear like in a parallel approach at 22, although we're on 26, so it shouldn't be a factor there. It is off to the right hand side of the 26 go around, so if we do end up going around, just make sure we don't turn right for a good 5 miles or so. Let's double check what it looks like on the actual chart. This approach is climb to 4-4 and then right turn.
Scan was 5311, contact Denver Center 135.6, good night.
135.6, that was 5311, good night.
Direct to Fabian. Guess they're trying to keep us out of Mexico.
JetBlue 65 Center. JetBlue 65, expect vectors digital approach runway 21, the Albuquerque altimeter 2 and enter 8 tree.
Fuck, this one like 21, get on the right tree on the altitude, so it's
Albuquerque Center, Northwest 1964, with you, label at 360.
Northwest 1964, Albuquerque Center, good evening.
Albuquerque Center, good evening. TBM 1250 Hotel, flight level 260.
TBM 1250 Hotel, Albuquerque Center, good evening.
Bit of a long flight, this one, especially in such a small aeroplane. Nowhere to stretch.
JetBlue 65, this is 12000, reduce speed 210 knots.
Repeat, speed 210 knots with the altitude, roughly.
JetBlue 65, descend and maintain 12,000, reduce speed 210 knots.
12,000 and 210 knots, roughly.
Pretty bleak looking landscape out there.
043, cool. Looks like we're not going to make this flight. Good log out. Thanks, see you. Have a good night.
It's all desert.
Citation 1250 hotel. Tree Echo. Okay, not a problem at all. Thanks for flying. Have a good night.
Center Alaska 648 with you for level 370.
Alaska 648 Albuquerque Center, good. Canada Air 626 Delta Lima, descend and maintain flight level 300.
Albuquerque Center, American with you, checking in with you at 370.
American 600 Albuquerque Center, good evening.
Wonder if we get a descent soon or we'll need to prompt him. There it is. So an order of likelihood, or order of convenience for us, is Anna Zulu, VOR, and then Anna Yankee. Are the Yankees still possible? They might just do a vector and then direct to Boozy at some point. In fact, I'd say that's the most likely one, because I have a bunch of traffic coming in.
Waterski 4511, contact Albuquerque Center 128.2, see ya.
Over Center 128.2, Waterski 4511.
Beach 824 Lima Golf, Albuquerque Center, good evening. Clear direct India, Foxtrot, India. Jody 55, contact Albuquerque Center 128.2, see ya.
Roger, send via Molly 4 arrival, 26 west transition. We'll expect 26 west to land. Copy on the November Southwest 5.
Hey, Air Guard 909, turn right heading 080 degrees.
8080, okay, 99. Let me slow down also.
I'm going to get, I would say, if you can do 280 knots for me, that would be great.
Alright, we'll put 280 aircraft 99.
Albuquerque Center, Waterski 4511.
Good evening to you, Jody 55 with you, level 210, Jody 55.
Jody 55, Albuquerque Center, roger. Albuquerque Center, Southwest 59. Can we expect the RNAV 26 west approach? Southwest, who are you? Southwest what? Now Southwest 59590.
Yeah, top of the tent.
Southwest 590. We are currently passing the...
It'll take a while. Okay, down to Secondary at 280 at 190.
From 1 up.
Let's go.
So Southwest 590, Southwest 590. Yeah, make your request with approach when you get there. Roger, Wilco, Southwest 590. And Air Guard 909er, turn left heading 130 degrees.
Right heading 130, we're heading Joey right now.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Right-handed 130 degrees.
Heading 130, or during that night.
Albuquerque Center, Sonic 75 Heavy. We're also burning at 300 knots right now, so if you want us to go slow, just let us know.
Yeah, I got, I tell you what, Sonic 75, turn left heading 110 degrees. Correction, turn right heading 110 degrees.
Alright, coming out at 360, going to 110, Sonic 75 Heavy.
Albuquerque, Waterski 4511.
Transstate.
Good.
Transstate 4511. Comeback speed to 250 knots.
Adjusting speed 250 knots, Waterski 4511.
And Sonic 75, it's not going to work. Just maintain 110.
We're still in the turn to 110, Sonic 75.
Got a speed 250. 250 set.
And Southwest 9491, contact El Paso approach at 124.250. Bye-bye.
124.25 for Southwest 9491. Thank you for your air traffic control service, and now we go again.
And Delta 115, pull back your speed to 210 knots at first opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have just begun our descent into El Paso at this time, where the temperature in El Paso is 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Once again, a little bit of a dust storm in the area. Wind from about 30 knots blowing from the west, so we have got a bit of a dusty approach for you today, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Hope you enjoyed flying with us with United Express Airways. I should have it on the gate on time in about 20 minutes. Cabin crew will be passing through the aircraft just to make sure that everything is ready for the arrival. Thank you.
And Air Niner, make your heading 150 degrees.
Hey, 150, agreement.
Delta 5154, contact approach on 124.250.
Okay, cabin signs, landing lights. Altimeters, landing data. I'll do this at 18.
Sonic 75, your heading's not going to work. Fly heading 180 degrees.
180, Sonic 75.
Delta 458, roger. Delta 602. Maintain present heading, descend altitude 11,250 knots. And Sonic 7, stand by.
Albuquerque Center Southwest 590. We're going to need to do a couple 360s. Lead off some airspeed so we can get back on SAR.
Sonic 75, if you make a right-hand 360, it'll put you in good shape.
Sonic 75, we're making it now.
Jody 55, say your Mach number or speed.
Jody 55 is doing 265 in ticket.
Reduce speed to 280. Brake. Guard 9er. Descend altitude 9,000 now.
Extended 9,000, make her go 99.
Delta 115, contact El Paso approach on 124.250, bye-bye.
Regan, I repeat flight level 170.
Quick check of the edits, make sure it's still Charlie. And it's dropped off. Interesting.
Envoy 537 at Albuquerque. Are you the right center controller to cover Albuquerque right now? It depends on where you are. Envoy 537 at Albuquerque. Contact Albuquerque Center 127 127.850, bye-bye.
127.85, runway 527, thank you.
Jody 55, turn right, heading 250 vectors for spacing.
Right, 250, Jody 55.
Just going to add a little bit of power.
Albuquerque Center, good evening. Charlie Golf, Felix, Juliet, at 17,000.
What's our next crossing?
Charlie Golf, Kilo Whiskey,
11.
Juliet, climb flight level 360.
Go ahead, 360, Kilo Whiskey, Juliet.
Vertical speed at about 800 feet a minute.
Southwest 590, contact approach on 124.250, bye-bye. Over to approach on 124.25, Southwest 590, good night. And 675, turn left heading 120 degrees.
Seatbelt signs go on.
975.
Altimeter 2975.
And I appreciate your help on getting the spacing right.
No worries at all. 975.
And the checklist. In range, cabin signs are on, landing lights can go on. Altimeter set, cross-check, landing data and speeds have been set. Approach briefing has been completed, apart from the runway length. Okay, the runway is 9,000 feet.
55.
And we're vacating off to the left-hand side. As far along the runway as we can. Sierra would be cool, Mike would be even better.
Delta 2996, climb flight level 310.
310.
Albuquerque Center, Delta 1290 is with you, about 25 miles to the west of Joe Mug intersection at flight level 190.
Delta 1290, Albuquerque Center, say your speed.
The current airspeed is 240 knots for Delta 1290.
Delta 1290, roger. Delta 2136, contact approach on 124.250, bye-bye. American 602, reduce speed to 250 knots or less, then descend to 900,000. November 27908, make a left 360 for spacing. That's 360 for station, November 27908.
And actually, November 27908, if you'll roll out heading 270, I'll turn you back around. But right now, you're going to get squashed in between three guys.
$11 at Jasper.
November 602, do you read?
West Coast.
Albuquerque Center.
Jasper's 10,000. Let's grab that. Speed mode back. I got 240. 1,000 to go.
Block 4511, contact approach on 124.250. Bye-bye.
Over the approach 124.25, was key 4511.
The tower 118.3, good day.
Clear RNAV.
See the crew.
Contact tower 118.3, Southwest 590.
Cabin crew seats for landing. Well, Paso approach, water ski 4511, descending out of 10,500 with Charlie.
Water ski 4511, El Paso approach, good evening, expect RNAV Zulu, runway 26 left approach.
Hello Zulu, 26 left approach, water ski 4511. Arrival RNAV Zulu.
El Paso approach, are you wanting Southwest 94 and are you wanting to intercept the localizer? Yeah, the directions were to track the localizer inbound.
RNAV Zulu, that's one we wanted.
Clear direct to the localizer. Southwest
That's already
94.
set up. Exactly what we want.
Delta 582 Heavy, El Paso Tower 118.3, good night. Hold on, 118.3, you're not 582.
We can descend down to 9. Get the speed mode. Pick that up to 240.
Delta 2130 for return to the south, please.
Delta 2136 to
Wicker at 9.
couple more miles traffic.
2130.
1,000 to go.
El Paso approach, do you want Southwest 9491, maintaining 7,000 or can I send further?
Approach checklist. Radio management unit set for the approach.
Southwest
Inbound course set.
91.
Speed brake is closed. Cross speed is
14
closed.
from Boulder, cross Boulder at or above 5,100, cleared ILS runway 22 approach. Cleared ILS runway.
Cross rating paddle. Set takeoff.
Cross Walter at 5,000, Southwest 9491.
Approach Sonic 75 Heavy with you on heading 145, descending to 9,000, and we have traffic at our low. I think we're descending below it at this time, but just want to let you know we have this.
Sonic 75, about the approach side of things. You can expect a visual runway 26 approach, 26 left approach.
26 left approach Sonic 75.
Delta 115 El Paso approach.
Paso Tower 118.3.
Delta 115, turn right heading 220. direct Fusi when able.
Approach Delta 5154 clear to the R now, runway 6 left approach, killing back.
Delta 5154 clear R now, 26 left approach.
5-2. On the way down, 5-2.
Go to the 9870, have a turn left 220, entering the 22 localizer event.
Okay. Pretty much ready for taking control now. That's Army Air Base.
Sonic 75 heading 090.
Heading 090, Sonic 75.
Water ski 4511 heading 090.
Heading 090, water ski 4511.
Approach Delta 2136 request direct Howard and cleared ILS correction RNAV 26 left approach.
Delta 2136 direct, get clear direct QC.
Okay, direct Howard, confirm.
That's direct BZ.
Direct Fusi now for Delta 2136.
Approach ERJ145, we're way south of you, production handoff for 9150, information Delta, turn back and down.
Air base is by the tail, airport is by the wing.
Go Paso approach, clarity. Turn left heading 36, vectors are now Zulu 26 left approach.
Say again, heading from?
360 for AR99.
Okay, 360 AR99.
Next waypoint in sequence should be Howard. Yeah, it is indeed.
Delta 2136 maintaining 8,000.
We need the Boozy. Boozy at 69. So stop that descent.
Delta 9870 heavy is 14 from Balter, cross Balter at or above 5,100, cleared ILS, runway 22 approach.
Hey, Delta 5154, change the power.
Yeah, 5154, contact Paso Tower 100.3 today.
Counting power, Delta 5154.
One 8.3 Southwest 9491.
That's Boozy, BUSEY, set 6900.
Sonic 75 airport at your 3 o'clock, 2 miles, port in sight. So the airport in sight.
Sonic 75, we're shooting through the clouds right here. We're about to exit in just a second. We'll let you know.
To Sonic 75, turn right heading 170.
170 Sonic 75.
Let's drop that speed back to 250 or below.
El Paso approach, JD55 with you, descending to 9,000.
Now the elevation is basically 4,000. 3,900.
El Paso, JD55, how do you read?
3055 El Paso approach, good evening. Expect run up Zulu 26 left approach.
So we're currently about 3,000 feet above the ground.
Break water ski 4511 right to 136, right to 180.
Heading 180 is water ski 4511.
Sonic 75 right turn 250.
250 Sonic 75.
Delta 115 left turn, correction right turn 090.
Climb.
Let's do it.
Autopilot.
Delta 99 left, turn 310 direct PZ. Cross PZ at or above 6,100 clear out and do the Roman 26 left approach.
Clear of conflict.
Delta 2136, request 7,000 when able.
Delta 2136, send and maintain 7,000.
7,000 now for Delta 2136.
Sonic 75, descend and maintain 6,500.
65, Paso approach, November 27.
I'll part back on. Go back down to 7.
Sonic 75. El Paso.
One at a time, please. So 9070 over, Roger, thanks.
Sonic 75 has the field.
Sonic 75, clear visual approach runway 26 left.
Clear visual 26 left.
Quarter ski 4511, airport at your 3 o'clock, 25, or 4511, disregard. Fly heading 280.
Heading 280, water ski 4511. Heading 280.
El Paso approach, November 27908. Descending to 9,000 on the Molly approach.
November 27908, El Paso approach. Good evening, expect visual runway 26 left approach.
Sonic 75 tower.
Sonic 75, tower 183, good night.
So, 2136, approach BZ.
So 2136, cleared, FBZ cleared, RNAV Zulu runway 26 left approach.
Clear RNAV Zulu 26 left approach, Delta 2136.
Radar 99, contact El Paso Tower 118.3, good night. Zulu 2136, maintain 180 knots or less, following an F14 on final.
I'm going to mark up 180 knots, I'll keep it about 200 knots.
455.
Big 5, left heading 090.
90455, confirm.
That's correct, yep.
There's 200.
Log 090, 255.
Motor C4511, airport at your 11 o'clock, 16 miles reported site.
Whiskey 4511, Wilco. In the 3 miles.
55 to right, heading 180.
Right 180, 35.5.
Apparently that visibility is increased to 8 miles, so it shouldn't be
Delta
too bad.
2136, contact El Paso Tower 118.3, good night.
1830 for Delta 21.
Flaps 9, please. Let's drop the nose below the horizon so we can actually see. Flaps 9 set. Still don't have much out there. Going to reduce the speed a little bit more and give us flaps 18. 180 knots, flaps 18. Yeah, that's as far forward as I can get in the horizon there.
Charlie 55, turn right, heading 270.
Right 270, 35.5.
Delta 115, turn right, heading 270. Charlie 55, descend and maintain 7,000.
Down to 7, 35.5.
Let's follow that FMS press on there.
4511, you got the field yet?
Autopilot.
4511, say again.
Quarter ski 4511, you have the airport in sight yet?
4511, negative. Can we track direct to Howard and cross Howard at 5?
Quarter ski 4511, clear direct Howard, cross Howard at or above 5,400. Clear our nav, Yankee runway 26 up approach.
Hello, Venky, after crossing Howard at 5,400 on the approach, Morski 4511. Gear down, please.
5,000, correction, 5,200 at Howard.
Get that, 5-2, Morski 4511. Get a flight level change.
So, departure, this is American 2 at heading 232 through 9,000.
American 2, El Paso to radar contact, climb maintain 17,000.
Climb and maintain 17,000, American 2.
Water
Get
ski
that speed.
4511, contact El Paso Tower 118.3.
Tower 118.3, Morski 4511. Flap 22.
Delta 115, say airspeed.
Airspeed, yeah. Runway inside. El Paso Tower, water ski 4511, it's final runway 26 left, just visual now.
Water ski 4511, runway 26 left, your number 2 following an arrival and short final end of departure. Clear land.
Runway 26 left, number 2, clear to land, water ski 4511. Flaps 45, landing checklist. Landing checklist, flight attendant is notified, landing gear down, flaps set, thrust rating takeoff, autopilot, and the yaw dampener are both off.
Contact departure.
Flight director's off. Look at a speed of 139 on the approach.
Approaching minimums.
Check.
Minimums.
Landing. So crosswind. Just a little bit off from the left.
200.
Oh, no.
Speed.
100.
Delta 2232, turn off. You'll be clear for takeoff there in just a little bit. And Southwest 2019, wind 5, you're at 16, runway 2 middle.
Reverse is just cracked.
Runway 22, clear
Don't
for
need them.
takeoff, Southwest 2019, thank you.
Water speed 111, welcome to El Paso, make that one, when they will contact ground, wait 9 and so on.
Ground point nada. What's key 45 then?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we stop at the gate and the captain turns off the seatbelt line. We hope your flight was a pleasant one. Thank you for flying with us. We hope to see you again soon.
Brakes just into the yellow. Ground was 0.9. Big lights off.
We're going to T2 actual day.
Flaps up. Half landing, flaps up, trims reset to the green. Power indeed. Taxi lights on, exterior lights mostly off. AP can go on as soon as we get a clearance. On Sierra. El Paso ground. Water ski 4511 has vacated on Sierra.
Water ski 4511, El Paso ground. Good evening. Taxi to your gate via Lima, remain restricted.
Take to the gate via Lima and this frequency water ski 4511. AP is running.
And Sonic 75, your departure from Quebec has been approved. You can contact El Paso Tower on 118.3. Have a good day.
Bravo 9. Yeah, number 9.
Sonic 75, Paso Ground.
Okay, the weather radar is off.
Sonic 75, El Paso Ground.
AP is okay on the electrics. See where these guys are. Aha! Right next to that delta. On the brakes. Parking brake set.
Ground 055 with you, out of the runway, Tango. Request time departure.
J55 El Paso ground, well.
Let's drop the TCAS. Gas lock goes on. Let's check that checklist. After landing, checklist has been completed. Shutdown checks, parking brake is set, thrust levers are idle, hydraulic pumps, nozzle steering has been disengaged, start stop and begins. Stop the engines. Engine cut off, shed bus is override, APU is on, drop the hydraulics, window heats, and one of the fuel pumps. Seatbelt sign go off. Cabin crew, disarm doors, cross check. And rotating beacon can go off. Cargo door is open. Main door is open. And there we are. Embraer Regional Jet ERJ145XR, flying from down to El Paso from Denver. Hope you enjoyed that. This is Friday night operations in America for Cinco de Mayo. This is Musical Aviator signing off. Hope you enjoyed the ride. See you guys next time. Bye bye.